Hello again, guys. It's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and I have another sales update video for you guys. I will do like I usually do. I will start with Etsy first. This is just like a roundup of a bunch of stuff I sold this week and a few things from last week as well. It's not everything that I sold, and it's some of like the usual stuff, and then some sort of better pieces, just to give you kind of like a bit of a cross range of what all I tend to sell. And it's obviously both Etsy and eBay, Etsy being vintage items and eBay being primarily clothing. Okay, so let me just go ahead and jump in. I will tell you, or try to tell you what I paid for the item if I can remember, what it sold for, and yes, let's see what all is going on. Okay, so first item on Etsy is this vintage St. Thomas completely random hat. I paid 25 cents for this at a yard sale. It was kind of cool. Obviously, it's like green tie-dye. It's got like a rainbow sort of font on it and stuff like that. But other than someone who likes St. Thomas, I don't know who else would be seeking this out. Anyway, 25 cents is what I paid for it. It was kind of super 90s, and it sold for $29.95, and the buyer paid shipping. Next item, this was a bet that I had with my husband. I picked this up at a yard sale just a couple of weeks ago, and I just got it listed a few days ago. It was like a miniature denim backpack, you know, like super 90s as well. Obviously Winnie the Pooh on it. Anyway, I paid $1 for it at a yard sale. My husband swore blind that absolutely nobody in their right mind would want that, and within, I think it was 3 days of it being listed, it sold for $19.95, and buyer paid shipping. Haha. This I've had listed for a long time on both Etsy and eBay. It's had a lot of watches, a lot of questions, but no one kind of jumped on it. But it was this vintage, like very kind of like 60s, 70s jacket. It seemed to be handmade. There was no labels, and the stitching and stuff was secure, but you know, not sort of machine stitched. It was kind of textured, sort of almost Asian inspired, with this mandarin collar. These buttons, or like whatever they are, were bells. It had everything going on. It was very cool, but it took someone specific to buy it, obviously. I paid $1 at a yard sale, and it sold for $34.95 with the buyer paying shipping. This I've only had listed for a couple of months, I think. It's just like a kind of bomber jacket, obviously a denim body with like fabric arms, and it was International Motorsports Hall of Fame, and obviously it was a XXXL, so slightly larger, as it were. Yeah, it was again, waiting for the right person. This was on eBay and Etsy, and it sold on Etsy, obviously. I paid 25 cents for this at a rummage sale. I just picked it up simply because it was so specific with the motorsports and whatnot, and it sold for $49.95, and buyer paid shipping as well. And the last Etsy item I have to show you this week is this pair of like super 80s, 90s swim trunks or whatever. They were neon pink, as you can probably tell from the photo. The brand was Dude. There was some crinkling down here to the little logo or whatever, but yeah, they were kind of cool. Again, some watches on eBay and on Etsy. They weren't in absolute perfect condition, but they were definitely in wearable condition. Paid 25 cents at a rummage sale, and they sold for $19.95 plus shipping. Okay, and on to eBay. So this is more kind of contemporary clothing. Just tends to sell a bit better on eBay for me. So I will just show you a few things that happened to sell this week. So this I picked up last weekend. It only was listed for a couple of days, and then it sold. I paid $3 for this. The brand, as you can see here, is Soft Surroundings. They do have style numbers on the tags, and you can find exactly what they are. This was the South Beach tunic top, which is actually still in stores right now for about $70 to $80. This was in good shape, although the little ties here had to be reinforced, which is something I disclose. I did that myself. I'm pretty handy with a needle and thread, and obviously just let the buyer know exactly what the deal is. And anyway, it sold on sale just a few days after listing for $31.49 plus shipping, so not bad for $3. This horny toad dress, again, take a look at those little tags, like the sort of fabric content tags that tend to be down here on the garments. So often you will find a style number that you can go ahead and look up. This was a Muse dress. This was listed for a day, I think, before it sold. I took a best offer of $25 plus shipping, which is fine because I only spent $2 on this dress. This was from the same yard sale as the Hani Toad dress. This was a brand I had never sold before, but it was 100% linen. It has this cool, like, asymmetrical handkerchief hem. Very like and look, I could just tell that it was something interesting. And the brand is Cut Loose. Let's see if I can find the label to show you guys. There we go, Cut Loose. Lots of watches on this. Really fun to, pick up new brands and stuff when you're learning what you're doing, I guess. But this, I paid $2 for this at the yard sale, and it sold for $23 plus shipping, which is fine by me. Same yard sale again. This woman had really good wardrobe. I paid $2 for this, and again, style number. Looked it up, could find exactly what it was. It was the twist top, cranberry and white Indian. I don't know. It was. At least that really helps writing titles. And again, paid $2, and this sold for $25 plus shipping. This J. Crew, so this was a faux pas, I think, anyway. So it was a great sweater. My problem is that I tried to put free shipping on a bunch of stuff again. I used to do free shipping on almost everything, and then I took it off for the sake of stress more than anything. Like, I didn't like taking best offers and things like that and trying to work out, okay, how much is shipping, where do they live? Like, I just felt like it added an element of stress to the process. So I decided to take free shipping off several months ago, and I haven't looked back for the most part. Like, it hasn't affected my sales. My sales have still gone up every single month. It was a good decision for me personally and my business model. And then I second-guessed myself a couple of weeks ago and decided to put free shipping on maybe like 25, 30 items just to see how it went. And I didn't take it off. And I need to locate them and take it off for sure. Because this, I took a best offer of $23, which is fine, but it had free shipping and it weighed over a pound and would not go in a padded flat rate. So I ended up paying about $9 in shipping. And I paid $6 for like cost of goods at the thrift store for this. So when you add that all together, that really lowered my profit margin. So my personal opinion, I'm going to stick with having buy, pay, and shipping for now. Unless something drastic happens and I really need to sort of start altering things to get my numbers up. That's kind of what's working for me. Just side note. This is another brand that I had not sold before. I picked this up at the same place I got the Athleta and the Horny Toad and the Cut Loose and then some Flax that you'll see later. Same yard sale altogether. $2 again is what I paid for this. The brand is either La or LA Fixin. Again, let me see if I can find that label for you. There you go. Again, 100% linen, very lag and look. It's kind of like a layered, pleated detail at the bottom. I could tell it was something. Lots of watches on this. I said I paid $2 and it sold for $40.49 plus shipping. Same yard sale. Flax, just a standard white, like boxy blouse. Paid $2, sold for $25 plus shipping. These I found at a yard sale. They were $2 a piece. They were all the same size. They were a youth size. Obviously, I put both the measurements and the actual size there. Made sure that youth and boys was in the title and all the measurements in the listing also. They just happened to have 3 pairs of the same size in different colors, same brand. The brand was Lucky Brand. They were all the same style, so I just lotted them together. So I had $6 in total. I put them on auction first of all for $24.99, and I got plenty of watches, no bidders. So I went ahead and put them on auction again for another week, and I started the auction at $19.99 that time, and they ended up selling for $34 plus shipping. So it just goes to show, not every, like if you don't sell something on auction the first week, don't be afraid to continue relisting it. Sometimes you're just trying to match up with that one buyer. So yeah, not bad. Paid $2 for these Levi's boyfriend jeans. I grabbed them. I don't usually do Levi's unless they are a plus size, which these were. So $2, and they sold for $20 plus shipping. This was, again, a youth coat. I don't do a lot of children clothing, but it just depends on style and brand. This was obviously Polo Ralph Lauren, and the style of this is what got me. It's that kind of quilted, like padded jacket, almost like a barn jacket, but potentially not long enough, I don't think, to be a barn jacket. It has the corduroy collar. It was only $1 at a yard sale, so I picked it up, and it sold really quickly for me for $25 plus shipping. That is my beagle reverse sneezing in the background. If you can hear a weird noise, forgive me. Okay, these I picked up at the same place that I picked up the cargo shorts. Sydney, stop. Oh my goodness. Obviously a pair of Keens. These were women's water sandals. They have style numbers in them also. They were the Whisper Slide clogs. Go ahead and look for those style numbers. It's really useful. Again, I paid $2. They sold for $36 plus shipping in just a couple of weeks. Eileen Fisher, I am having a hard time moving this brand right now. I will pick this up if I find it for like a couple of dollars, but other than that, I'm kind of steering clear, unless it's something exceptional, like I had a plus size cashmere wool blend coat that I picked up for $6 and sold for like 115 a little while back. That I would still grab, but just like the basics like this, especially in the smaller sizes, not so much right now. So I paid $6.99 for this at a thrift store quite a while ago, and it sold for $25 plus shipping finally, and honestly I'm glad to see it go. Another piece of flax from that yard sale. This one was a bit more unusual. Usually they're solid colors, and this had like a print to it, so that was kind of cool. Let me go ahead and make sure you can see that. There you go. So I paid $2 for this, and it sold for $30 plus shipping. This Tommy Bahama bathing suit, I felt like it was kind of like a pin-up retro style, so I had that in my title as well. I paid $3 for this at a thrift store, and it sold for $15 plus shipping. This was the only vintage piece I think I sold in the last week or so. I got this for 25 cents at a rummage sale. It was just like a 90s style. It was crushed velvet with this rose print all over, like kind of grunge looking, I guess. It had a huge split up the back, and then the brand is not important, but there it is in case you wanted to see it. But it was kind of cool. So I paid 25 cents. It sold for $15 plus shipping. These I thought I'd show you guys just to let you know that even if you have things with like flaws and whatever, don't be afraid. I already have good feedback for these, and they would usually go for a lot more. This brand, this cool brand, again style number or whatnot. They were the Revolver khaki, but they had a bunch of flaws. So they had a paint stain here on the legs as well. And then actually when I get towards the end, so there's the paint stain, and then they had a bunch of holes and stuff in the back of the legs. You know, they were definitely wearable, but they definitely showed wear, if that makes sense. And they still, I paid 25 cents at a rummage sale, and they still sold for $14.99 with a bid on auction plus shipping. So, you know, don't be afraid if it's a good brand. I paid $3 for these New with Tags Banana Republic linen pants. And they sold for $27.99 plus shipping. This logo by Laurie Goldstein. I do pick this up when it's just a couple of dollars. I paid $3 for this, and I grabbed it because it was a 2X, and it was a like a high-low maxi dress. And it had like pockets and stuff. It was kind of cool. Again, I already have good feedback. They liked it, and here is the label for you. Paid $3, and this sold for, I want to say full asking price. No, it wasn't. It was $20. I took the best offer, $20 plus shipping. And the last thing I'm going to show you is from that same yard sale again for all the like the flax and whatnot, and it was this Athleta grey, oh gosh, Topanga tea dress. Again, check those style numbers. Really helps. I paid $2 for this again, and it sold for a best offer of $28 plus shipping. So yes, that's everything I've got to show you this week. I just figured I'd let you see some of the things that are moving for me right now on Etsy and eBay. Yeah, I really hope that was helpful, and I hope you kind of enjoyed it as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I hope that your sales are going really good as well. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.